The following is a presentation of 4-Star Sports Media.
You know, there's an old saying that great fences make good neighbors. And if you're looking for an affordable and quality property fencing option, choose Heritage Fence Company in Germantown, Tennessee. Now, they specialize in all kinds of custom fence builds, no matter what you're needing, whether it's a privacy fence, ornamental, a 3-rail farm, they'll even do an electrical braid farm fence, and pool safety fences as well. So you can call Corey or John, and they'll work with you to build a fence that suits your needs and your wants. 901-326-2081. Corey, John, and their team, they're prepared to work with you to deliver high-quality fencing options for your home or business. Heritage Fence Company, 901-326-2081. Call Corey or John today. Heritage Fence Company, 901-326-2081.
Hello, Arkansas hockey fans, and welcome to the Ice Podcast, where we talk all things Arkansas hockey. And tonight, you can see it on the bottom of the screen, we've got our captain, Zach Wilson, on the show tonight. Zach, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Wes.
Zach, it's been a very entertaining season, to say the least, for you guys. Went on a 16-game winning streak there for a while. But sitting right now, you are 20? I had it memorized. You were 23-3 at the moment, coming off a loss in your most recent game. But Zach, you look at it right now, man. You got Cameron McAtee, number one scorer in Division III hockey. Right now, you've got yourself sitting just a few spots below him, and then you've got Griff sitting just a few spots below you. You've got 16 goals, 36 assists on the season, with Griff sitting there at 18 goals and 30 assists. Zach, as a team captain, man, is it like the Tom Brady theory? You're really good and you got a lot of talent around you, and you just make everybody better?
I don't know about that. These guys, like you said, Cameron McAtee, Griffin, Trev McLean, it's so easy playing with such special talents. So I got to give a ton of the props to them. They make it easy on me out there.
Yeah. Something about this hockey club that I've learned this season is offensively, y'all attack the net. And when you guys are on the offensive side of the puck, I guess you would say, talk a little bit about that strategy. And it seems like, talking with a few players this season, that's something that y'all are really honing in on this year. Talk a little bit about your offensive attack.
Yeah, absolutely. We really we're just adopting that top-down approach this year, where our forwards have to get the job done, putting the puck in the net. The D is going to do the job keeping it out of our zone, and the goalie is going to keep it out of the net. So us forwards, we know our role. We know we're out there to put pucks in the net. So every time we get in that zone, we're always looking to attack the net. Got a couple snipers on my line, so I'm always going to the net trying to get rebounds, and all our forwards have done a great job. A ton of us have been scoring at a pretty prolific pace this season, so our offense has definitely been there for the most part.
Zach, earlier in the season, I spoke with you right after a game that you had lit the lamp. For those of y'all that don't know, in hockey terms, that means scored a goal. And you were very, very excited. And I think that was one of your early goals of the season. When you look at that point and then to now, what is something that not only you as a hockey player have done that's really helped you improve your game, but what is something that this program's done throughout the season?
Yeah, I think as you go along in any season, there'll always be rust at the beginning. Always getting that first goal feels good, but just coming to practice, coming to work every day, it just comes a little bit easier and easier. We always stay after practice, a good group of us, and, work on our chemistry, just work on putting the puck in the net. So just feels like every week that passes, things get a little bit smoother and it gets a little bit easier to produce on the score sheet.
Zach, you just mentioned it. You said staying. I've talked about it with everybody that's been on. It's something that has really stuck out to me watching this program, and you do it every game. And I know you already know what I'm going to say. You stay on the ice until every member of the club is done and off the ice. I have to say, man, that is something that I have used in average speak as a leader and as something that a leader does. Talk a little bit about that and why you do that.
Yeah, ever since I got here my freshman year, Alex Keyser was the captain, and then the year after that, Grant Deacon, and they just they really exemplified what it means to be a good leader, and something small like staying out there, making sure everyone's heads up when they come off the ice. I know when I wasn't a captain and I was going through that line, getting off the ice, that means a lot to see your leader, have a positive attitude, be willing to look you in your eyes and, give you fist bumps every time you come off the ice. It just kind of helps a little bit more in that team camaraderie and that team attitude throughout the game. So hopefully I'm doing a good job of passing that along these past couple years and just making sure everyone's on the same page and everyone's ready to give it their all every period.
Thank you to everybody watching and listening right now. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and also at the 4star.live. We got Zach Wilson on the Ice Hawg podcast tonight on 4 Star Sports Radio Network. I've been talking with Zach a little bit about the season so far. So, Zach, up next, man, you've got Drury coming in the 24th and 25th. That's this upcoming Friday and Saturday. A little birdie also told me that it's also alumni week. So when it comes to alumni, so will they come back and wear like throwback jerseys and things of that nature or no?
Yeah, so alumni weekend is something we started this year, I think, with the program entering its, I think, 15th or so year. The history's there. The alumni network's getting broad enough to where we have the resources and we have the people to do something like this every year. So what it'll be is for those who can come back in town for this weekend, Coach Sims has a couple reservations set up for all the guys to get together. And then we have ice rented before our Saturday game, Saturday morning, where all the alumni can scrimmage each other. And they're definitely encouraged to wear their old game jerseys. And hopefully we'll see some pretty cool throwbacks from back in the day when we get that picture of them after the game.
So how long does it take before you can come back and play in this? Like, for example, you're a senior. Could you come back and play in it next year, or do you have to wait 2 or 3 years? Is it like the Hall of Fame, or how does that work?
No, I'll be back next year for sure. As soon as you're out, you can come. You can come right on back. I'll be back.
You come right back. Okay, so it's really a way to kind of keep your legs under you too. I like it. It's smart.
Yeah, absolutely.
Zach, when you look at upcoming Drury, and then you've got Purdue after that to close out this season. Then you've got Nationals. What is something that this program needs to do to continue to play at a prolific pace and continue to win at a high rate?
Yeah, well, we talked about it a little bit last week at practice. These games this weekend, the games against Purdue, they won't affect our rankings. So every single time we're getting on the ice for the rest of the season, it's strictly about getting ready for Boston and getting ready for Nationals. And I think that disappointment in the Maka tournament kind of provided a wake-up call for us and know that we have to take it to another level. So it's just about remembering why you're at the rink every single day, whether that is the games this weekend or it's our 6 a.m. practice tomorrow morning. When we're getting on the ice, we know we're out here to get ready for Boston and to put together a championship caliber team, which is something that we're in a great position to do right now.
Yeah, I mean, talking to Griff, I mean, man, I mean, you already know. He said he wants a natty. And I mean, he's not talking about an ice cold beer either. He's talking about a national championship. But of course, that's the ultimate goal. Talk a little bit about your coach, Keller Sims. He's been on the show, very knowledgeable about hockey. All the players really seem to hold him to a high regard, and I'm sure, and as he does the players. But talk a little bit about his leadership, and talk a little bit about just what he's done for this Arkansas hockey program.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first off, with the off ice stuff, he has the passion for it. He's willing. He puts in time, away from the rink to do the little things, set up our website, make certain payments for certain things like the website that maybe the players don't even know about. So first off, just behind the scenes, he's knowing that he's that passionate and willing to put in that work and time and money because he cares about the program is something that me as a player, as the rest of the players, definitely look up to and know that he's here to win. But as for coaching itself, he's definitely he's been awesome. He's definitely a player's coach. So you put in your work, you show him that you're willing to do whatever it takes to win. He will work with you. He will give you leeway on certain things. I know as captains, he's really put the ball in our court with how we want to run certain things, certain off-ice things for the team. And he's not like a strict boss coming to work and telling you what to do. Like he just works with you, which has been so huge for us.
So Zach, I've asked this to each person or each player that's come on. Well, coach as well. So now I get to learn. We as hockey fans get to learn a little bit about you, the person. So, what made Zach Wilson be a Arkansas, or what made you choose to come to Arkansas?
Yeah, so I played 2 years of junior hockey, which is the leagues between high school and college. And my second year, I played for the St. Louis Junior Blues, and I
Go
was at a
Blues.
show. Go Blues! And I was at a showcase in Minnesota, and Coach Falls actually had a chat with me after one of my games, and I knew nothing about Arkansas hockey. I knew about the school. My cousin was enrolled at the time, so that's about all I knew about the Razorbacks. Didn't know they had a hockey team, but he left a good impression on me, and I came down here to visit. I loved the campus. I loved the setup. I loved the players that I got to know, and it just felt like the right fit, and it's been the best decision that I could have made for college for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, I've been up here in Fayetteville since July, and my wife is a two-time graduate of the university. Knows this city like the back of her hand. But this is an amazing city, and I tell you, Zach, I didn't know there was a hockey club either, man. I had no idea. She said something about Arkansas hockey, and I laughed. I was like, Razorbacks don't play hockey. She was like, oh, but they do. And y'all do. This show has been so much fun to put together week in, week out. This hockey program has been so much fun to watch and to cover. When you look at your time at Arkansas, when you step away, which is coming, what do you want your legacy to be as a Arkansas Razorback?
Yeah, I think something that Coach Sims has always preached is leaving the program in a better state than you found it. So I think I've really taken that upon myself to kind of put us in a spot where, whether that's success on the ice, whether that's fan following off the ice, more people knowing that we have a hockey team. That's been a goal of mine, especially as having the responsibilities as being captain and treasurer. So as long as I can get out of here knowing that the Razorback Hockey Club is in a better state than it was in 2019, which I think we are, I'll be happy.
All right, man. Two more questions for you. First one is this: why do you love the St. Louis Blues?
Well, I'm from St. Louis, obviously, born and raised, so I got the hometown fans there. Just been going to games ever since I was a little kid, and my uncle played for the Blues, actually. My late uncle, Rick Wilson, back in the 80s, I want to say. So
Very cool.
the Blues have definitely been in my blood since I was born.
Very nice, man. So, real quick, I know this has nothing to do with Ice Hogs hockey, but while we're on the topic of Blues, it is hockey, so it counts. What's your thoughts on the Tarasenko trade?
I like it. I like that one and the Ryan O'Reilly trade. I mean, I think Tarasenko, at least that's a guy that wasn't going to get re-signed. So the fact that we can get a first rounder out of that and Sammy Blake comes back to town, I'm pretty happy. We got 3 first rounders in our arsenal, and it'll be an exciting summer for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Zach Wilson has joined the show tonight, talking all things Ice Hog hockey and the hockey for that matter. Last question for you, Zach, and we'll let you get out of here, man. Once again, thank you very much for joining us. Last question is for the fans. If they were to follow Zach Wilson, how would they do that?
I'm all over social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I think I'm ZWilson_12 on Twitter and Instagram, and then just Zach Wilson on Facebook. But I'm out there.
He's out there, folks. He is the captain, our captain. He is the captain of the program. That is Mr. Zach Wilson, has joined the show with us tonight on the Ice Hog podcast. Once again, guys, Friday night, Saturday night, Friday night, Saturday afternoon, get out and watch this Arkansas hockey program. They are on their way to nationals, folks. They're on their way to Boston. And when they get there, in my opinion, based on the first article that was written back 8 months ago, this is one of the best teams in the nation. Zach Wilson agrees. Keller Sims agrees. Everyone we have talked to agree. Get out and support them. It's not a bad deal. You pay, $5 to get into a hockey game, and it's like 2 hours of pure entertainment. So get out and watch them. They got some sweet-ass jerseys, too. So get out and watch this hockey club, guys. They are a lot of fun. You will not be mistaken. Also, got to give a quick shout-out. You know who she is. It's Griff's mom. Said, great interview, Willie. Love you. Miss Andrea is giving Will. Oh, well, somebody's got a nickname.
I love you.
That is Griff's mom. She's so sweet.
The best.
But once again, this is Wes Pruitt from the Ice Hog podcast, and you've been watching and listening right here on the 4-Star Sports Radio Network. For Zach Wilson, my incredible guest tonight, and for all Hog fans, have a good evening and go Hogs.